Assalamualaikum guys. It's been a minute since I made a video. I apologize. But let's get right into it. I basically want to talk about knowing your worth. And this can be for anyone. It can be for ladies. It can be for guys. But basically it's just talking this subject is something that I'm currently experiencing. And so sometimes I like to talk about topics I feel like others might be going through similar situations. So basically this is how it goes. Have you ever gone through a breakup and people around you are kind of like, you can do so much better. Or, you don't need a man, you don't need a woman, you can just be single. Or, just focus on yourself. Do you, boo-boo. So, those might be things that people be trying to tell you and, you kind of end it with somebody or doesn't work out with somebody and, people are kind of trying to be encouraging. They say things like that to make you feel better. But easier said than done. So when you're broken and upset and lonely after a breakup, the first thing that you want to do is to jump right into another relationship because it's perfectly normal when you end something, you want to get into something else so you don't feel lonely, you're not crying about it, you're not upset about it, you just want to move on so you don't have time to heal. But then it's it can be especially harmful if you don't give yourself time to heal. You have to try and think about what went wrong in that relationship. Was it maybe something that you did to end the relationship? Was it maybe something the other person did? Maybe your personalities weren't together. Maybe you had different goals, different things you guys wanted to do in the future. And so giving yourself time to heal from your feelings about being upset about it over, and then also giving yourself time to heal to understand, why didn't it work out with this person? Was it something that I need to improve about myself? Is it something that this person didn't really have qualities or characteristics, or we just didn't mesh together well? That's why it's good to give yourself time to heal. And then I've had people tell me, friends and people or whatever, man, I just wasted 5 years of my life on this person. I just wasted weeks talking to this brother or sister. I just wasted months talking to this person. I didn't even end up with them. To think about it that way, I feel like, you're kind of saying that you wasted your time because it didn't work out. But there's no such thing as wasting your time when you're getting to know someone, because if it doesn't work out with the person, it just means that you know now what you want in a partner, what do you want in the relationship in terms of communications and goals and how your styles of being together. And then everything happens for a reason, and you didn't waste your time. It just means that you got to know someone, didn't work out, and now you know for the future what you do or you don't want. And then giving yourself time to reflect on why it didn't work out. You can say, well, okay, there were some expectations and standards that I know I want now because, there's some things that, I've heard people saying, I expect in a relationship that my partner communicates such and such this way. I have standards in such and such way as this person needs to be, motivated. They need to be wanting to, work hard and, to do certain things. So you have those standards and expectations, and now after having broken up with someone that these are what you don't want to compromise on. Something that I tend to do, and I know other people tend to do, male or female, is you compromise. And there's nothing wrong with compromise. Relationships are about compromise. But in the beginning stages, if you're compromising on okay, you have red flags and you have things that you're seeing that you're okay, in the future this wouldn't work because this person is doing this or this person has this attribute. So you kind of compromise because you're just well, maybe it's something I can live with. You want to be nice and you're just well, I should give them a chance. But it's also if you have these feelings, and something I do too, if you have feelings in your heart and your gut that it's really not going to work out with this person, you kind of are not doing justice to yourself and the other person by saying oh, it'll work itself out if deep down it won't work out. It's very important too, before you go into anything, a relationship in general or a relationship after a breakup, to know what are your goals. What are some things that you really, really want to accomplish? For me, I really want to get myself educated, to get myself stable financially. I really want to move out of the state that I currently live in. And so I know that, like, once I'm, ready to settle down with someone, that they have to be understanding of these goals and support me and encourage me. And if they can't, then bye. And something else to think about is taking care of your health, whether it's your mental health, your physical health. If there's having health problems, getting into a relationship probably not the best idea, especially mental health issues. A lot of the youth were just struggling with depression, struggling with anxiety, struggling with like ADHD and all these other like mental health problems, and we sometimes seek out a relationship to help fix those health issues we're having. But if you're not treating, whether it's medication or therapy, it can be very destructive to get into a relationship and expect that your partner is gonna have to help you figure out all your problems. One first and most important, whether you're in a relationship or not, sorry I'm stuttering, you should take care of your health. Your health is more important, and you should never have to stop taking care of your health to put somebody else first before your own health. Because ultimately, if you're not happy, if you're not healthy, your relationship is not going to be happy and healthy, because you're not trying to work and help yourself. And I'm mainly talking about mental health, because physical health is a completely different issue. And, you should, obviously, if you're sick physically, please do seek out treatment and help yourself as well. But it is kind of different, I suppose, than mental health, because mentally it can really mess you up if you're in a relationship with somebody who's, kind of switching moods and, depressed all the time. It just makes you feel down and feel upset because you want to help that person, but you can't, because they don't want to help themselves. Anyways, so lastly, I want to say, don't blame yourself if a relationship doesn't work out. Blame yourself if you're the one that screwed it up and like cheated or something like that. But again, separate topic. But I'm more talking about if the relationship doesn't work out because your personalities don't mesh. Other reasons. Maybe this person is just going through a lot. Like, maybe they have, again, the health issues. Maybe they've just got a lot going on in their family where a relationship isn't good for them at the moment. And so, in that sort of scenarios, you cannot really blame yourself. This person is probably not ready for a relationship. You're not ready for a relationship because you want to focus on yourself. You want to focus on your goals. And you should never feel like you have to, again, compromise on things that you want for somebody else. They should support you and encourage you. And if they can't do that, that's not fair to you. And you are what's most important. Your health, your happiness, your ability to interact with others. So don't ever feel bad if things don't work out and you have to break things off because it's just not working out. You, at the end of the day, have to take care of yourself, love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. And lastly, I want to say that you are a beautiful individual. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you are beautiful. You do not need to be in a relationship in order to be a beautiful person, in order to be a happy person, in order to, live life successfully. And that's all I have for today, guys. Assalamu alaikum, and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.